Hey, what's up guys? You might remember from the last video I uploaded on this channel, like, I showed off some of my records, well, other than Minecraft videos, but like, I showed off some of my records, and you can tell my collection has grown quite a lot. Like, before then it was way smaller, and I think I had like 8 albums, but like, that shit has like tripled in size by now. Maybe more than triple. That's definitely more than triple. Why am I saying triple? It's like gotten a million times bigger now. I have a whole I have hella albums right now. So let's just, I just want to go through them and just show you some of the, like the ones I like mainly listen to, cause yeah, this hobby's gotten like kind of, I guess, a little out of hand now. Alright, so I apologize in advance for pretty shitty lighting, cause like I only have a desk lamp right now, and like I'm not professional and I don't really give a shit. So like, here's my Pink Floyd albums. I'm gonna like show like each of them by, I guess, like band or whatever. So here's my Pink Floyd albums. So this is the album I got most recently, The Division Bell. I think this album's pretty underrated. It's definitely not the greatest Pink Floyd album, but honestly I think it's pretty good. It's not, as I said, not the greatest. Alright. And the next one is The Final Cut. This one's basically a Roger album, just with Pink Floyd slapped on it. It's alright, I guess. I don't mind his solo music, but like, this is just, I don't know, it's not, to me it's not really all that. But like, I saw some guy say it was like better than like Division Bell, and I'm like, I kind of like can disagree with him on that. Next one is The Wall. This is a great album, of course. It's one of my favorite albums here. I don't think it's like the best Pink Floyd album. I've seen people say that, but I don't know. To me, it doesn't seem like as collaborative as like their other albums. I don't know. I sound like a music nerd right now. Kind of am. And the next one here is Animals. This is a pretty good one as well. I just like this album. It's got some cool music on it. Most songs are like over 10 minutes long, and has like the third longest song I ever wrote, which is called Dogs. It's like 17 minutes. It's a pretty good song. Man, I sound so dead right now. Next one is Wish You Were Here. Everyone knows this, the goddamn album. Shine On You Crazy Diamond, you know. Of course, the song Wish You Were Here, Have a Cigar, and Welcome to the Machine. Everyone knows those songs if you listen to this kind of music. Next one, Dark Side of the Moon. You've probably seen a bunch of clueless teenagers wear this on their on t-shirts, not knowing what it is, but it's Dark Side of the Moon. This is Pink Floyd, in case you don't know. So I'm glad I introduced you to something. Welcome. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. Next one is Obscured by Clouds. I showed this off in my last video because this was like the only Pink Floyd album I had, and Metal, which one behind it. So this is a pretty good album as well. Pretty underrated. It's not like, I don't know. To me, it just like doesn't sound as like good as their other albums. Doesn't sound as clean, but it's still a pretty solid album. Next one, of course, is Metal. This is my favorite one, because like, this is the first Pink Floyd album I got, the first album I got actually on vinyl, and I think, to be honest, this is probably one of their best albums ever, because it's like peak of their collaboration. So like, I don't know, I just like the way it sounds. And next one is Atom Heart Mother. This is a fairly unique album as well, because it's like, it's very experimental, because the band didn't know what they wanted to do, so they just, I don't know, they admit to not liking it when they were making this album, but I think this is a pretty good album as well. Especially the first track. It's like 25 minutes long, and it's like, it's all instrumental. It's really cool. I think it's a pretty cool song. The next album is Amagama. This is considered their worst album, and I can see why, because most of the songs are pretty bad, but I think the only song I like on it is Narrow Way, and I do like the back cover on this as well. But yeah, the Narrow Way 1, 2, and 3, those are, I think that's definitely the best songs on this, or the best song on this album. The next one is More. This is a movie soundtrack, actually, so it's technically not really even an album. And this one's pretty good as well. I only like the first side of it, though. The second side's more like, you can definitely tell it's a movie soundtrack, but like the first side's like, feels more like an album. This one's A Sauce Full of Secrets here. I like this one. It's definitely not the greatest, because this is when Syd Barrett left, so the band wasn't really feeling that creative, but I think it's a pretty good album. Not really like the greatest, but hey, I like it. I listen to it sometimes. And this is their debut album right behind it. I listened to this one actually like right before I recorded this video, and this is actually a pretty good album for a debut album, because like, you never hear a band experimenting right when they first start their career. That's like kind of unusual, but they did that because they're pretty swag. I don't know why I said that. That's fucking cringy. Alright, I actually forgot to mention this as well, but I got some of the Pink Floyd members. I got some of their solo work, and this is Roger Waters' album here. This is Radio Chaos. This is a pretty good album, actually. I think this is one of my favorite albums, because it's like, the music sounds very 80s, but like, the story it tells is just so like fucking weird, but like, it's so like amazing. I don't know, I like it. And this one here is Rick Wright's album. It's called Wet Dream. This is a good album as well. Very underrated, very unpopular, but I think Rick Wright he had a good writing style. His music is very underrated. It's very like you can tell he's very inspired from like the classical era, with like with like the piano music and shit. I don't really know anything about classical music, but he's kind of like very inspired by that because I think that's what he used to listen to a lot when he was younger. All right, so this next set of albums here is my Beatles stuff, and I haven't really been collecting that hardcore for Beatles like I have for Pink Floyd, but I'm like trying to get there. So this is like one of the first albums I got. It's a compilation album, rock and roll music. It's just a compilation album. It's not bad. I don't really listen to it that much though. I used to listen to it a lot more. And this is 62 to 66. I don't really listen to this one that much either because like I actually really don't care for the early Beatles stuff that much. Like it's alright, but it's like I like their later stuff better. Like the one in the Blue album here, because like I like the more experimental stuff. So this has all the music I like. This is like kind of like the stuff I have in my Beatles playlist. Well, most of it's in my Beatles playlist. And of course, here's Abbey Road. Don't gotta explain it. This album's iconic as hell. Next one is the White Album. I got this not because of the songs, but mostly because the album is so innovative. Like look how innovative the album cover is. The all-white album cover. It's so creative. Like they must have. There's 33 songs on the album, and I think they probably put 90% of their time designing the album cover. It's a pretty creative joke I made there. Next one is Magical Mystery Tour. I've only listened to this one once, so I don't really know that much about it. But all I know is I Am the Walrus was written while John was high on LSD, because when was he ever high on LSD? Never, definitely. He was sober 24/7. Then there's Sgt. Pepper's. Everyone knows this album. I think it was Rolling Stone said this is like the best album ever made, which I mean, I don't think it's my favorite Beatles album, but it's definitely like it's definitely my top 3. It'd probably be actually my second. I think my favorite album is the White Album because it's like I think it's more like diverse in this one. I kind of like the diversity, I guess. Next one's Revolver. I like this one because it's when they start experimenting. It's like because Rubber Soul, the one behind it, they went from it's like kind of like sappy love song to more like someone can live their whole life and not have any friends and die alone. So that's pretty interesting. And that album's gonna fall off there. Then there's Rubber Soul. I got the Capitol Records version, so it's terrible and only has 11 songs on it and not all 14. So, I mean, this is one of my favorite albums as well. I think it's my grandpa's favorite, actually. This is Help. This is one of my favorite Beatles albums as well. I think this is my favorite from like their pre-Rubber Soul era. So, this is a pretty good album here as well. Next one is the second album. I've listened to this one once, and that was really it though. I don't remember like really listening to it. I think I just listened to it during school because I needed something to listen to in the background. Next album, this is all the solo stuff I got so far. So this is Paul's solo album here, and I don't really listen to this one that much either. And I actually think it's a pretty good album. I listened to this one most of it because for Ringo, I listen to Ringo because I like his personality, not because I don't think his music's really all that, but he definitely has a good personality and it shows in his music. Alright, and the next one, of course, is All Things Must Pass by Goggy Harrison. I think to be honest, I think he has the best music out of all the Beatles. Like I think his solo work is the best because I think he's just, I don't know, he just has a nicer writing style. I just realized that my light here is in frame. I'm kind of an idiot, aren't I? Alright, so now I got all my like albums I listen to the most out, so I'm gonna get all my like I guess miscellaneous stuff. I can't pronounce that word, but like I'm gonna get all my miscellaneous stuff out and like I guess just show it off to you. So I'm gonna start off with these 4 here. So yeah, let's go. Alright, so the first album I'm gonna show off in this pile is Purple Rain. I mean, there's no explaining. Everyone knows this album, and if you don't know it, well, you're kind of an idiot. And next one, of course, Straight Outta Compton. I don't know. I like this album. It's kind of like weird for my record collection because like most of my stuff is classic rock, but like I do actually like some like old school rap. Mostly old school rap. I don't really like the stuff today because to me all the stuff today sounds like all exactly the same. I know I sound like an old man saying that, but to be honest, it is pretty true. A lot of people's stuff sounds the same to me. Alright, next one is their Greatest Hits. Just the Greatest Hits album. Has pretty much the same stuff on like Straight Outta Compton, but like some other stuff, of course, because you know. Yeah, I think Straight Outta Compton, like, they didn't have that much albums when they were around, but, yeah, I know all these songs, of course, because I'm a real gangster, I'm not a swag kid, like people used to say in, like, 2006. Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, everyone knows his album, of course, Elton John, he's my guy. This is a pretty good album as well. And the first song was like 10 minutes long. I never thought like Elton John would write like a 10-minute song, but hey, it's pretty good. And Thriller. Everyone, of course, knows this album as well. And I haven't actually listened to it yet. I've had it for like 2 months now, and I haven't bothered to listen to it yet, because, to be honest, I'm not really like a big Michael Jackson fan. Like, I like his music, like some of his music, but I don't like just go like, oh my god, I'm gonna listen to Michael Jackson 24/7 or whatever. I'm not really like that with him, because I'm not really like a big 80s pop guy, so no. It's not for me to shut up and show you these records. And I do actually have singles in that brown box there. I'll take those out in a minute. But yeah, let me just get those ones out there. Alright, so these albums here are the ones I like listen to the least. So they're like always, they're tucked all the way back there where I took them out of. So yeah, I think I've only listened to most of these like probably once. Some of them I haven't listened to yet. But this is Led Zeppelin's. I think this, which album is this actually? I don't know much about Led Zeppelin, to be honest. Like, I don't know, I never really like got big in Led Zeppelin, but I do like some of their stuff though. I'm gonna sound like a complete idiot just like talking about this album, because I literally like don't like know much of the stuff in it. I think it's actually a greatest hits album if I'm right. Here's Aerosmith greatest hits album. I do not know why this is not a gatefold, but hey, it's their decision, I guess. This album I used to listen to a lot more when I first started listening to records, but I haven't listened to it in a while. But I do listen to The Who. They have their greatest hits album. That's like the one I always listen to, because The Who has good hits. Because of course they do. They're The Who. Then there's Roy Orbison here. I don't actually listen to like Roy Orbison that much, but like I still have yet to play this record I've had since like Christmas, and it's been sitting in the back there, and I just haven't bothered to play it yet, because I don't know, I just haven't really felt like it. I don't know, I'm weird. Marvin Gaye, I know some of his stuff as well, but I haven't really listened to this album yet, so I don't really know much about it. Because most of the music I listen to is like psychedelic rock and like prog rock and all that shit, so yeah. I mean, it's kind of like the same thing anyway. But Stevie Wonder, I do know some Stevie Wonder songs as well, but you know, I don't know, I just haven't listened to this one yet either. Yeah, so I'm telling you, a lot of stuff here mostly just that pile I haven't listened to. Like all this other stuff here I've listened to at least once. So Bruce Springsteen's greatest hits, I mean, I live in New Jersey, so I have to have this album. It's kind of a law, and if you don't have this album, you can actually get sentenced to death. No, okay, I don't think the death penalty is still in New Jersey. I don't know. And then we got Born in the USA. Every New Jerseyan must have this album as well, because I mean, it's a pretty popular album, and I think it tells a pretty interesting story. And I mean, the first song on the album, there's like some videos like politicians getting like the wrong message from a song, like Ronald Reagan thinks about a young American's like hope and dreams, but really, I guess if he reads it like that, their dreams are getting destroyed, like they're getting crushed and fucking like thrown in a porta potty or something. And this is Darkness on the Edge of Town. This is one I've had for I think the longest. This is a pretty good album as well. I haven't listened to it in a while. Born to Run, I think this might actually be like my favorite Bruce album, if not one of my favorite albums, because it's such a good album, and I don't know, I can't explain it. It's such a good album. You got to give it a listen yourself. It's not that long, so listen to it, please. I'm begging you. I think it's good gatefold as well, because I don't know. It's just so beautiful. Everything about it's so perfect, with sparkle emojis. I don't know why I said it like that. Please kill me. Then I got the box set, of course. I showed this off in the last video. This is all just like live stuff. A lot of songs on this are not really like as popular as other songs, like Born in the USA, of course, and like Born to Run and all that shit. So yeah. Then we got the A's here. This is a local band. Probably none of you guys know this band, but they're a band out of Philly, and they're really they only played around the area I live in, because I live like about 30 minutes away from Philly, and yeah, they used to actually, where I work at, they used to play right across the street from where I work at. There's like a pharmacy there now, and before that there was a bar, and that's where they used to perform at back in the 80s. And this is the last thing the band ever did together, like last record they ever made together, so that's pretty cool. It's 4 dances here. I think this is like probably the best thing best music they made. Not gonna lie, it's pretty good. It's pretty solid music. All right, and the next record I got here is Men at Work, Business as Usual. What the fuck? I'm slow. It's because it's like 11:30 at night. But Men at Work, Business as Usual. This has songs like Who Can It Be Now and Down Under. So I don't know. It's just goofy music, I guess. Sorry about that jump cut. I just did that because my camera's about to die. So I might have to switch to my phone. But if I do, oh well. This is Cargo here. I haven't listened to this one yet. I still have yet to listen to it. So I don't know much about it. So let's just put it over here. Phil Collins, Face Value. Everyone knows this album. Well, at least the album cover. Some songs you might know is In the Air Tonight. Well, everyone knows that one. And yeah, I think I know most of these songs. I haven't listened to this album in a little while, so yeah, I gotta listen to it again because like I know I've heard most of them on the radio. And Invisible Touch, this is like probably one of my favorite albums as well. And I've only listened to this one like I think twice, and I don't know, it's a pretty good album. And it's like crazy to think that like Phil Collins, he used like the drummer and he like wrote most of the music. That usually like never happens. Alright, well, I guess now just time to show you my singles in that box there. Hopefully my camera doesn't die when I show you them, so yeah, that wouldn't be very pog. Okay, also on my stereo up here on my preamp, if I push this button here, it actually turns on this light down here, so that's pretty cool. It's actually kind of nice as well because like when it's dark in my room, I can actually like read like what's on my records or whatever. I can just play some stuff when it's late. I'm too lazy to walk another 4 feet and turn on my light. And I guess I'll show you my setup after this as well, after I show you my singles, because I guess I'm saving the best shit for last or something. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Alright, so now on to my singles. Hopefully my camera doesn't die when I'm recording this part, but a lot of my singles here, like, I don't really have that much, and I don't really listen to them that much, but hey, some of them are pretty cool, you know? Let's just check them out. So, of course, this is Clarence Clemens here. This is his cover of Woman's Got the Power from the A's, which is from the album called Woman's Got the Power, and that's like the first song of the album or whatever. And it's a pretty good cover, not gonna lie, and I really don't like covers that much. And let's see, what's this one here? I don't know how this is laid out. But, like, it's kind of organized in here, but not that well organized. So this is Little Red Corvette. I surprisingly haven't listened to this yet, but I should give that a listen sometime soon. Of course I know that song because I'm not an idiot, but I'm surprised I haven't listened to it yet. Let's see what this is here. Hall & Oates, they're a band out of Philly as well, in case you don't know, and they're pretty big. Private Eyes, I like that song a lot. And I don't really know the B-side, of course, but because I'm like an idiot. I don't know how I don't know the B-side. I don't know anything. Here's Rich Girl. This is like one of my favorite songs by them, if not my favorite. It's a pretty good song, you know. Pretty good song. I'm trying to go through this as quick as possible so my camera doesn't die. This is The Who here. This is Pinball Wizard, and this was actually like my favorite song when I was like 10. I loved the guitar solo in this, which I mean I still love it, but like I used to just like this was like my boner jam of 5th grade. All right, let's see what I got here. Next one. This is Moving Out, Anthony's song. It's a pretty good song as well. It's by Billy Joel. You should give it a listen if you haven't already. Try not to explain all these records too much because I really don't have the time. This is Quiet Riot, Come On Feel the Noise. I remember I left this at my grandparents' house after I bought it, like, and didn't get to my house for like another week because I was like taking forever to like process. I had to get to my house. No, I was just actually being an idiot. All right, let's see what I got here now. December 16th, 1963. Oh, What a Night. If you don't know this song, then well, we can't be friends. It's a good song. Yeah. That's just that record explained there. Let's see what this is here. Walk Like an Egyptian, because to be honest, I like this song, and also at the record store I go to, there's a 4 for $10 deal for singles, and I couldn't turn that down, and I had like 9, or I had 11 records, so I'm like, shit, I gotta get another one. So that's what I ended up doing. You know, your boy gotta be a little cheap sometimes. Alright, let's see what this is here. Wouldn't Be Nice by the Beach Boys. I don't really listen to Beach Boys that much, but I gotta get into them because like I do like a lot of their. I do like some of their music. I think I'm gonna listen to Pet Sounds. That's one that people always tell me to listen to, and I mean I really should because like it's music I would like. But this is Human Nature on single. One of a few the only Michael Jackson thing I got on a single, and it's a fucking good song. It's Michael fucking Jackson, bro. Which I mean I'm not a Michael Jackson stan, but it's a good fucking song. This is like my favorite single probably, not only because I got it on a picture sleeve, but also because this song is like really catchy. I don't know, I love this song so much. I was blasting it the other day. It's kind of a fun song to blast. Not gonna lie. It's nice when I'm home alone, can blast music, but not all the time, you know. This song's just na hey hey goodbye, you know. Everyone knows this song. Everyone knows this song. Alright, let's see what I got here. This is Pink Cadillac by Bruce Springsteen. What's the other side? Dancing in the Dark. That's a pretty good. Those are pretty good songs as well. Let's see what I got here. I'm getting close to Beatles. I know. I do have some Beatles singles. I got Don't Worry Be Happy by Bobby McFerrin. I've had this one for a while as well. Let's see. Alright, this is my Beatles stuff here. I don't really have that much, but I want to, of course, get a hell of a lot more. So I got Let It Be here, and yeah, some guy vandalized it. He could put like all their names on there or whatever. I guess some kid did that, going like, oh yeah, I know their names. Hey Jude on the custom sleeve, and Hey Jude and Revolution. Just those songs. Hey Jude, everyone knows that song. Is your name Jude? Because hey, pickup line of the year. This is something. This is a goddamn good song, and yeah, this is this. I think Frank Sinatra. Well, yeah, Frank Sinatra did say this is his favorite love song. He says the best love song ever made, and he's not wrong. Good song. All right, this is Isn't It a Pity? I think actually this side of My Sweet Lord. I think that song actually skips when I play it, which kind of sucks, but hey, it's whatever. There's Photographed by Ringo. This is one of my favorite Ringo songs, and yeah, he's Ringo. How can you hate Ringo? But you can't, autographs after October 20th. This is You're 16. I kind of find this song a bit weird, but like I like this song though. And Devil Woman. That's those are pretty good songs as well. Alright, which one's this? No song. I sing this one all the time to people because it's like kind of funny. Because he like snorts in a song, acting like he's like snorting cocaine. You gotta give it a listen. Look at that. He wrote this song with Elton John. Because Ringo, he's not really like, to be honest, he's not really that creative with his music, but like, I'm telling you, it's mostly just his personality that's good for his music. How Deep Is Your Love by the Bee Gees? That's a pretty good song as well. I used to listen to that song a lot when I was a freshman for some reason. American Pie. This is just all one single, but like, it's like, I don't know, it's like one part two, as you see here. And this middle part here, I forget the hell it's called, but like, you gotta keep that in because that keeps the value of the record. It's a pretty good song as well. Let's see what I got here. Evil Woman, because once again, the 4 for $10 deal, I couldn't turn that down. So I just got this record. I don't even know why I chose this one. I think it's because I know the song from like GTA 4, but I never really played it. Toto, it's Rosanna. I haven't really played this one that much either. Alright, so I was right. My camera did end up dying, so I'll get back to that camera when it's charged up enough for me to use it. But this is Baker Street here. This is a pretty good song, I saw some video recommended me on YouTube about like how the song changed history in like the UK or something like that, or like how music was like made. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, but like apparently it's some song that's pretty historical. It's also in GTA 5. That's why I got it, so I like knew it from that. This is Rod Stewart here, Lost in You, and I think what's on the other side, Forever Young. I got this because what's it called? It was like, I don't know. I knew the song, and it's one of the first singles I ever got. And this is, Have You Seen Her by the She Lights? It's pretty good. I think it's She Lights. I don't know. Retarded right now, but like this is a good song as well. I actually kind of love this song. It has a pretty trippy music video as well. All right, let's see what we got here. Any Money, 2 Tickets to Paradise. I don't think I've ever played this one yet, but everyone knows this song. Of course, just one of those good old 80s pop hits music genres. And Phil Collins, Do You Remember? This is like one of the first singles I got as well. And I Wish It Would Rain Down. That's a pretty good song as well. I think I Wish It Would Rain Down is one of my favorite Phil Collins songs. And I got one more single, or 2 more singles it looks like in here. So Wild Summer Nights actually, and with Wild Summer Nights and On the Dark Side, those are the first 2 singles I ever got. So they have kind of a lot of value to me. And finally, Hello Mutta, Hello Fada, A Letter from Camp. It's from some like show, Alan Sherman. It's from one of his comedy show John's, like back in like, I guess, I don't even know how long ago it was actually. I don't know much about Alan Sherman, but like, this is like a song he sang. It's a pretty goofy little song. I like it. I used to play it all the time as well because that was like one of the only few singles I had. And I think I actually showed it off on Instagram actually on my main account. I'm just gonna try to get out there without touching the playing surface, but yeah, you can see kind of the record itself is not in the greatest condition. It has that spot on there, so it like pops whenever I ride over that spot there. But hey, it's whatever. I only spent like $2 on it. Oh yeah, and I do have some CDs as well. I have the Pink Floyd's early singles on CDs. This is like all their like really old stuff, but like before they start releasing albums. So it's a pretty cool CD to get like here. I think you should give it a listen or like listen to some music on it. I think probably my favorite song is It Would Be So Nice and Painbox is like, Richard Wright. I like his music. And I also have Roger's Amuse the Death album here. This is a pretty good album here as well. I don't know, because I kind of like Roger's solo music. I don't think he has the best out of the Floyd members, but I definitely think he has very good lyrics. I had a little stroke there. Alright, now here's my setup, and just to show you a quick tour of my wall here, I just have a bunch of music posters here, and this is like, these are poster pictures here are the ones from like the White Album, and I just decided to hang them up because I had nothing to do with them, and I don't really plan on selling any of my stuff. So this is my turntable here, SLD20, this is like one of the best ones made from what I know. And I also got LED lights around it as well, but they're not plugged in right now because I had to use them to charge up my camera. And I got a mostly Kenwood system, got a tuner, I got the preamp, I got the main amp, got the equalizer here, the graphic equalizer. And the only thing I got that is not Kenwood is the Sony thing, so I mean it's not it doesn't really matter though. It plays CDs and DVDs or whatever. I don't really use it that much. It's pretty cool. And also got Technique speakers as well. These are 100-watt two-way speakers. I'll take this off really quickly to show you. Yeah, I got these are 100-watt two-way speakers, and I think that's about an 8-inch woofer on there. It's pretty powerful. It like definitely shakes the house sometimes. So I mean, and I'm in a tiny ass room as well, so it's like kind of like impressive how powerful these things are. But it's, well, once again, I'm in a really small room. But hey, they sound pretty good though. And right over here are all the albums or posters I got from albums. So this is from All Things Must Pass here, which is George Harrison's album. This is from the White Album here, and these are from Dark Side of the Moon, and I just decided to hang them because I had nothing really to do with them. So I guess yeah, I guess that's probably it with me showing off my music shits. Here's my stuff, you know, once again, and yeah, I think that's it with this video. So I guess I'll just see you all later, and also yeah, here's some stuff I got from Thankful White albums as well. Yeah, for Wish You Were Here postcard, because funny. But yeah, I think that's it with this video, and here's my prices I spent for my records. Yeah, but alright, I'm gonna shut up now, and I'm gonna end this video, so hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll probably see you all later. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with my YouTube channel anymore, so yeah, my camera's about to die again. See you later. Goodbye.